Hi foodies, maybe you've seen a cooked whole frozen lobster in the grocery store before and you thought of buying it, but then you wondered what exactly would you do with it. This is a really simple garlic butter lobster recipe that you can try. Let's get into it. So guys, I bought this lobster at the grocery store. It's a very small one. So the packaging says it was boiled in salted water. And then guys, it was frozen. So I thawed it in the fridge overnight. Okay? Don't thaw your lobster at room temperature. So what I'm going to do now is to cut it in half just to reheat it easily. So you want to pierce the tail, cut it all the way down. You can use scissors if you prefer. Okay? And then you're also going to cut the top half as well. Okay? So I just flip it around. And then I am going to cut it all the way through. And I put this on a kitchen towel just so it wouldn't, slip all over the place. If you want to buy fresh lobster and boil it at home, you can still follow this recipe, okay? Use it as a guide, okay? So, once the lobster is cut open, you can see that this one is a female, okay? Based on the roe, that orange, those little orange bead-like things, those are the eggs, okay? So, you do need to clean this, all right? Now, for some people, they do eat the lobster eggs or the lobster roe as a delicacy. It's right here, that orange part there. And then that's the intestinal vein. You'd need to take that out with your fingers or with a toothpick. And then up here is the tamale. For some people, they use it to thicken sauces. They eat it because they treat it as a delicacy. But some people think it's toxic, so they throw it out. Choice is yours. I don't eat the tamale. I just take it out and rinse it. And this is the eggs I'm showing you here. So, scoop out the eggs and the tamale, use it or discard it, and rinse the lobster. Now, aside from lobster, I'm going to be adding some shrimp to this dish just because the lobster is super small. And these are wild Argentinian shrimp. They are raw, but they are pink in their raw state. For seasoning, I'm doing this Jamaican style. So I'm using some all-purpose seasoning along with some allspice, black pepper, paprika, onion powder. Now I'm just going to be using about half of this seasoning on the shrimp and on the lobster flesh. So go ahead and use about 1/4 of the seasoning all over the shrimp, all over the lobster flesh, okay? And that is good to go. So for the garlic butter, I have my pan here. I'm putting lots of butter in there. Seafood loves butter. I'm adding minced onions, some minced fresh garlic as well. I'm using some fresh thyme sprigs. You could mince the thyme leaves if you want to. And some sliced scotch bonnet pepper. You can mince that finely if you want to. I got some scallion as well. So this is so flavorful. You're going to get that real Caribbean or Jamaican flavor in there. I'm going to be adding the raw shrimp to the pan now. And then after a few seconds, I'm going to flip them over. I don't want to cook them too long, okay? So flip them over. And guys, please make sure you buy raw shrimp. Make sure it's a jumbo or colossal shrimp because small shrimp will cook way too fast. Once these are flipped, then you just need to add some broth. You can use seafood broth, chicken broth, or vegetable broth. I added some lemon juice as well. And then the rest of the seasoning mixture, that goes in as well. Just stir all of this together. And you want to keep your heat at low to medium. So remember the lobster was halved, right? So we're going to place it in that liquid flesh side down and just keep basting it, okay? This is a small lobster, so it's good like this. But if you're using a really big lobster, you're going to use a bigger pan. You're going to need a lot more liquid, so you want to double up on the broth and the butter, okay? If you want to, you could cover this and allow some more steam in there to heat it up. But as I said, if you're doing a very small lobster, you might just need to keep it on the heat and keep basting it. The lobster claws are cracked, so those juices are gonna go right into the lobster claws. I added a little more butter. I felt like I needed some more, so I'll just continue to heat this, and I'll flip the lobster over and baste it with more of that flavorful liquid. This doesn't take long to heat up, guys, okay? And if you're using really small shrimp, just add them last minute instead. That is it, delicious garlic butter lobster, Jamaican style. Serve it just like this, flesh side up, or if you want to, you could serve half of it, flesh side up, and then for the other one, you could just put the lobster head upright, you know, just for presentation's sake. If you're doing this for a special, you know, dinner, like a birthday or Valentine's Day or whatever, and then make sure you pour those pan juices all over the lobster, guys. Don't leave those out. This was very easy and scrumptious, guys. I'm sure you can definitely give this a try. Remember to check out the description box for more details, and I'll see you guys next time.